right, welcome to the last game of the day here at the 2019 Underwater Rugby World Championship here in Graz, Austria. Now facing off, Italy in blue versus Canada in white.
Can you hear me? There, yeah.
All
All right. It's the second game of Canada today. Huh? They play earlier today.
And they have 10 players.
One got injured.
Starting at 11.
They play today at 10. Now it's 8 o'clock. They are playing for the positions 9 to 14. There are 6 teams in two groups, so they are playing among themselves.
Now facing off against Italy. Female team from Italy here should be the favorite for this game. We'll see how the females from Italy will fare. Definitely a more experienced team.
Definitely the more experienced team here in the pool.
Teams get ready.
Average 10 or more years of underwater rugby experience for the Italians.
And let's see, how the condition of the Canadian girls are. Second game of the day.
Italy rested.
This is the moment where 10 or 11 players against 15 makes a huge difference.
Basically half a team of the Canadians that the Italians can sub in the second half. So they have half the team, Canadians, fresh.
Holding, blue free throw, holding.
Ooh, robot clock here, a bit loud. Decisive referee here in the evening. That's good.
So, Italy is in attack with 3. And
already positioned at the basket, but ball dropping down.
That was a bit of a sloppy pass. Holding without the ball, so free throw.
Wide free throw, holding.
Still going far here, Robert Block, the referee. And the Australian guys and girls still hyping here, the teams outside.
Yeah, they just played. I think everyone is taking as many games and as much rugby as possible. This is one in a lifetime experience for many players. It's really great that Australia had managed to bring 2 teams. They have been, it's a long travel for them.
Also quite the financial effort for the Australians here to come here. Same for the Colombians.
Yeah, well, I think Australia is even a little bit farther away.
Back into the game though. Italy trying to move forward onto Canadian baskets, but Canada defense in position here. 1 minute played.
Wow,
Canada
great
recovering
recovery.
the ball, moving over. There's a nice punch onto the ball by number 10 here, Valentina Ancini, the captain. Isabella Priscilla Bernard is trying to go forward yet again on the ball. Canada here with 3 attackers, 3 goalkeepers, and 4 defenders. Recovery here for Canada. Canada moving forward, and now number 12.
And counter-attack
McDonald, and there is the counter-attack. But, good handover. Isabella Bernard, yet again, trying to move forward. On the ball, bouncing it a bit, but Italy getting trouble here.
Yeah, they need to wake up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's like they're not really in the game.
Yeah.
Their coach is watching the game in the big screen. This is Andrea Meneghin.
One of the most experienced national team players for the Italian main squad.
He told me today in his next life he's coming to play cards. That's loud. Okay.
Number 15, Elizabeth Gerard-Vicina. Canadians now trying to set up a bit of a game around the Italian basket, but Italy just comfortable defending here at the basket.
Yeah, they're keeping the ball. They're trying to see.
Yeah, now a good attack with the forechecking of Italy, and Italy moving out away from basket.
Exactly as we would want to see. The defender coming out to move the ball and bring it to the field of Canada.
Now first good
1
counter
against
attack here
2.
by the Italians,
We
moving out
need
to the
the
Canadian
rest of the
basket.
Italian team. Where's the rest of the Italian
Pass
team? It's
upwards.
supposed not to be in the surface. You are
I think
at easy
Italy
prey.
here very reliant on some key players in the offensive gameplay. But we now very well here by Nicole Pelusio, moving on to the basket. But the ball recovered here by the Canadians, trying to move it forward. Number 13, Hannah Hermanson.
Great work by Canada. Really, I mean, these girls are fighting really hard. It's a second game. It's not easy to have 2 games in these conditions. I mean, earlier today they play, let me see, against Spain.
Spain, yes.
And they lost 12-0, so it was not an easy game for them. 10 hours later, they're playing already.
There's not a lot of time to recover.
No. So let's see
Now
if
the
Italy
basket,
can.
only a goalkeeper on the basket, no defender in place. Italy moving in, trying to move the goalkeeper upwards, but well defended by the goalkeeper now.
Yeah, and
Canada.
they have 3 goalkeepers, right? We have Elizabeth and Emma Green and Rose Abri. I think the 21 has moved to be a defender. Yep. We saw this earlier this morning. So it's not easy either to have 3 goalies. Number 11 from the Italian team, Claudia Ricci trying to come pass it to number 4, Nicole Pelusio, and trying to attack, but it's the defender there. They need to pass the ball and create a little bit more of a gap. If they would move the ball a little bit and come in ways, I'm sure that Canada would have difficulties to stop them because of I even say tiredness, right?
Italy,
but they're not managing, and I know that the Italians can do this kind of attacks. I'm wondering myself why they're having so much of a trouble.
Yeah, but I think it's in the end of the day, even if Italy is not able to set the game plan around the basket, circling the ball a little bit and waiting for the opportunities, it will be a battle of stamina here in the end of the day. And at some point in time, there will be openings for the Italian women here.
Yeah.
Having 15 players, 12 playing already.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it would be the best. I mean, the easiest to assume. But I don't know. I mean, I know the Italians were 8 o'clock in the morning to help. I mean, to be supportive for the Italian men that play early this morning. And Pepe was telling me we'll have to play at 8 tonight. So it's going to be a long day.
There is she.
Let's see.
Federica Ferrucci
Pepe,
moving
there
in.
she's coming.
And
first goal.
With the breakthrough.
Federica Ferrucci.
And to be honest, I was just waiting for her to go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the kind of thing we know.
Twice the size of the Canadian players here. And she can use her sheer strength.
She has a lot of experience, yes.
She knows very experienced player as well.
Very strong.
She's a tough opponent to handle for a lot of teams.
Yep. Yes, she's very strong. She was training a lot in New Zealand, Australia, and she just came to Italy back for the World Cup.
Does she live now in Australia?
I don't know, actually. I need to ask her. She has been in the last 6 months, like posting pictures from there, so I still didn't understand.
Maybe just to make people jealous, just at home.
So we have Italy attacking over the close side.
6 minutes played, and it's 1-0 lead here for Italy, and Italy in a comfortable position.
They're fighting in the corner, but at least 1 blue, 1 white. That's I think the clever way of doing it. That's another player. These 2 blues, no, let it be. Number 9, let it be. Let the number 6, exactly, that's perfect. You have to dive and wait for the ball to fall. Because eventually, well.
Good pass here on the surface, received by Isabella
I underestimate
Bernard.
the Canadian girls. All right, so number 9, Ifel. We have a counter-attack, but still passing up Italy. They need to start coming from the bottom.
Next attack here onto the Canadian basket.
Great save from the Canadian, yes.
She is from Auckland by Fred. Hey Fred. Cheers back and greet Romano.
Now we have number 49, Emma Green, recovering or holding the ball, trying to pass, and we have number 12, Melanie McDonald coming together.
Now Kennedy moving in and
In the
placing
corner.
the player under his basket. Diana Martinez, but not able to move on to the Italian basket. The Italians stable defense here.
The game is a little bit slow. It's really taking time for both teams.
She's still going, still moving.
Well,
in.
Canada trying to attack, but 1 against 3 probably not the best. But she kept the ball and passed it farther, and now we have all the Italian team practically on the water trying to recover that ball. And they are above the Italian. And now Fefe has the ball and it was swimming and something happened.
What happened to the two coach rule?
To the who?
2 minute exchange foul. 2 minutes. One blue team. One player, 2 minutes. 7 players in the water.
Ooh. Italy here with the.
Was it? Well, I saw that the one that left the water. You mean that there's too many people in the back? This is what you're saying?
There are too many people standing in the back.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And now the second thing is to get a 2-minute penalty.
Yes, I got it. Yes. I was half listening to you and half because I saw that it was one chair empty and there was one player.
The rule is one coach in water and one coach outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who are we to judge? That's what the referees are for. Now penalty for number 2, Anita Ricci.
Probably they just, let me see, Anita, is one attacker. This is normally the tactic of most of the teams. If you get a time penalty and you can't choose the player, because in this case it was too many players in the water, then you choose one of the attackers.
And there's the Canadian timeout meanwhile.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, Italy is going to be with 5, so now it's 1-0, and I think it's a very good tactical thing to do from Canada, because now they're at 6 and they will try to score. So it's good. Get some air, get ready and try to still.
Sometimes there are 2 philosophies. If there's a 2-minute penalty against a team, you want to start the game as soon as possible to get them catch them off foot. Do not give them time to adjust.
Yeah.
The other strategy is if you're down with 10, 10 players,
because exactly.
You might need the air.
This is the second game of them there with 10. So I understand your point. I would probably, with a full team, have done it immediately. Also to have the chaos in the Italian team. I think also the Italians were asking for the timeout. I think, or was.
Teams get ready, wide free throw.
I thought the Italian had us. I mean, I saw the Italians, but I think probably the Canadians did it faster. Let's see if they can really take advantage of this 2 minutes penalty. In 20 years of rugby, something like this have never happened. Black 30 and up early life, so don't worry. Relax, enjoy the game.
Move on to the Italian basket, but Federica Ferruzzi in position for the Italian.
Okay, let's see. They're on the close corner, but Italy, of course, defending with everything. But now, if you have everyone down, then eventually everyone's going to be up.
I think they're just trying to scrum away the ball now. You can see the Canadians trying to pull them out of the playing area.
Yeah, but then it was a Canadian with the who had the ball? I mean, it looked like
the Canadian.
I know that she was trying to push the Italian, but it looked like the Italian just dropped the ball in the last minute. So now it's free throw for Italy.
She was going there and then just shoving her out with the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Because she was grabbing the ball. That's why she was doing it the right thing in the wrong way. I mean, it was a good intention behind it, but then you grab the player with the ball so they cannot let it go, and you bring them out. I'm just,
bit more experience.
I've been told. I've been told. Never done.
You would never do it.
No.
Now, moving forward, Italians moving on to the Canadian side.
Okay.
Federica Ferruzzi just holding the ball up in the corner.
Well, Fefe can grab to a ball for hours. He has such a strength. But this is, it is not, no, I mean, I think it's okay.
Honestly, if I was the Canadians, I'd move away.
Yeah, exactly.
Let her stay there,
Let it,
because at some point she has to move and play, otherwise it's a delay of game.
yeah, because
but
you
as
want,
long as they are wrestling,
but they're doing it on purpose because they are trying to kill the time, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
somehow.
but if they're moving away and she's not passing or playing or moving in, it's a delay of game. But as long as they are wrestling with her, it's not a delay of game because the game is going on.
Yeah, and now she's coming.
Now
she was
coming
waiting.
In. Yeah, she was waiting.
She's like a shark. Okay, so she passed it. Number 10, Valentina Ninchini, the captain, and
now Italy moving it on to the Canadian basket, being stopped here by Canadian forechecking, and Italy really struggling to get players in position here. But Italy now back with 12 players, playing 6 players in the water.
Great job. I mean, on
holding off the Canadians from the baskets. 10 minutes later in the first half of the game.
Number 8 pass it. And we had the one Italian player against basket. 2 Canadians, and now 2 other join. But that's the thing, you know, either you pass it or make a goal or move immediately out, because then you get locked on this.
Now moving forward for the Canadians. Oh, the pass backwards, quite
that's
risky.
Dangerous, yes. So counter-attack.
Moving forward for the counter-attack.
She's watching to see if anyone is coming.
Yeah,
Pass the ball. Great.
Number 12 going with
Melanie
her.
McDonald. Elizabeth Girardetina. Pass it back to Melanie McDonald. And they're trying to keep it there in the corner, and the Italian girls now are trying to press and recover the ball. Canada now, there was almost a bit fighting between 2 Canadian players. They go on the surface, wait, and then maybe see if 2 or 3 are diving at the same time.
It's really
So
tough,
you can't
really
keep the ball in the surface and no move. You're an easy prey. Either move with the ball. You can keep the ball as long as you want. Just move. Avery trying to move the ball closer to the goal. Very difficult here for Canada. I mean, the fatigue must have set in by now. 3 minutes to go in the first half. But the Italian forechecking so far, I mean, they're comfortable with the 1-0 lead. Yeah, but... And now the counter-attack here for the Italians. Valentina Ninchini, the captain, moving on to the Italian basket, but doesn't have any assistance now. Frederica Ferruzzi coming in. Now that's the big threat, and as I said, Italy very, very much reliant on those key players to move them forward. And waiting here way too long, looking for the pass rather than going in onto the Canadian goal, and now recovered by Elizabeth Girard. Attacked by the Italians right away. But they need to go more to the ball and not so much to the body. So Fefe is diving and trying to wait for the ball to fall. Great recover, and now pass it farther down. Who was there waiting? Need to bring that game down. This is helping the Canadian girls, because the Canadian girls, I assume, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming they're a bit more tired than the Italians. So it's okay for them to be fighting in the surface, better than be fighting in the, the bottom. All right, so we have now the Italian player, couldn't see the numbers, coming alone, and come on, girls, you need to dive and help, because the Canadians are in a good position defending. So if Italy wants to score, they need to have more presence on the water a bit faster. They're the favorite team. Canada had another game earlier today, so if they play the ball faster.
1 minute to go in the first half here.
Great save. I mean, these Canadian girls are really fighty. They are really make it the life of the Italians really difficult right now.
Moving in again onto the Canadian basket now. Ball picked off by Federica Frutti.
She's waiting in the corner for the next Italian player to arrive.
Oh, now there's an empty basket and the defender doesn't know about it.
And
But not
that was a
good,
little bit
good.
slower, yeah.
But a good move by the defender to push her upwards.
Yeah, yeah.
But moving in not fast enough.
That was a lucky
We can also see
save.
we can also see a lot of the Italians playing with strato screens instead of fiberglass screens.
Yeah, I'm
so
surprised. I mean,
not up to date with the art.
so you don't have enough power sometimes to have this last
seconds
kick.
to go, but now good attack here on
Wow,
the ball. Oh, yeah.
okay.
Well done here.
No goal, no goal. Free
it's
throw.
A free throw.
It's a free throw.
White
because
free throw,
pushing with the.
White free
I
throw.
didn't see the holding, did you?
I didn't see it either.
Timeout, blue team.
No.
Timeout, blue team.
Okay, I think, let's see if I can hear what Andrea, or read the lips. I don't think he's happy. No, we can't hear anything.
Canadian coach saying 22 seconds. Just go for it.
The Canadian fans there. Italian also singing next to each other. Just one row different. You know, the girls, what they need to do, that just have a bit more flow and the water come. This is something I've seen them doing in other games. So I'm a little bit surprised that they're having so much resistance from Canada, or they're not really fully concentrated and present in the game.
I mean, maybe they know they have three subs outside, so maybe some of the key players are not playing right now. We don't know. As you've seen, I mean, Federica Frutti, the captain, two of the key players.
Teams get ready, white free throw.
But then after that, very little support for the two of those. Not a lot of players being in position to receive a pass.
I am seeing that Margherita Luzzi is outside. It's also one large player. Then Valentina Nicotera also. And Eleonora Laceris, they're all outside.
Maybe the Italians expecting to win here with some of the strong players out, keeping them on the back.
Just to give them some rest, you mean?
To give them some rest.
Well, we'll see if in the halftime
I
they...
usually let them start and then take them out when there's a 2-3, comfortable 2-3, 4-0 lead in a game like this.
Yeah. We are going to have some advertisement. Okay, we are back. Let's see if now I can hear, because they're closer to the microphone now. The problem is I'm with the back to us.
Canada. Canada will win.
From India. From work. Go mom, go 99. I like to see other family, you know, trying to understand what these people are doing on the water. 1-0 for Italy. They are playing for the position between 9 and 14. And Canada had another game earlier today at 10 o'clock to be more specific, and that was again, I forgot it again. Spain, and they lost. No, yeah, they lost. Italy has first game today at 8 p.m., but 8 a.m. this morning, the male team of Italy was playing the male team of Canada. And they won 3-0. Let's see.
Addison Avery, maybe a relative here of Rose Elizabeth Avery, saying cheering the one from work.
Andrea Moreno Montefusco for
Get
Italy.
back to work, Eddie.
Yeah, I know that you can't concentrate.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's important for us to talk and describe a little bit how the game is doing, so you don't. It's not so obvious. You can put the audio, you know, and then you can still pretend you are working. All right. We're waiting now for 1 minute 50 seconds of the break of 5 minutes to finish. The coach of the Italian is talking to the girls. The Canadians are a bit more chill. They're sitting, relaxing. But the coach, Andrea Meneghin, is trying to maybe pass some insight and maybe trying to get the girls to play a little bit more together so that they can maybe score 1 or 2 more goals. Do you have any prediction? Do you think? I mean, do you think that Canada maybe can achieve to score, or you think it's difficult to tell because I think Italy is a bit a stronger team, a bit. They are just playing in a way that are making themselves the life difficult unnecessarily. And Canada is, you know, with the 10 players they have, the second game of the day, they're doing a great job. Also less experience. The last appearance of Italy was in Bari in 2007. And they made the 8th place. It's 12 years ago, and Canada.
A lot of players didn't change for Italy.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, they still have maybe. Okay, I think Pepe was there, and I think also the captain Valentina Anintini. The rest, I think they're all new. Yes. Maybe 1 or 2 more, but for the female, the males, no, the males are more steady. I mean, but the females, yes, they have newer.
Yeah, but the scoring for Canada, if they can score, maybe a counter attack onto the Italian basket, a lucky punch is always possible. If they score, maybe in the first few minutes of the halftime, because you're a bit pressure when you had the 5-minute break.
Yeah.
But usually very tough to score here in such a situation. 2 games.
Teams get ready.
Being the weaker team and the others having a good defense. So. Tough spot here for the Canadians. Game starting. Please remove the overlay.
Technicians, lovely technician.
Thank
you so much. They also been a long day for them. Okay, so we're in the middle, and the ball is in position of 1 Italian and 1 Canadian girl. I can't tell who is the one in possession. They're fighting, and it's 2 Canadians. You see, if I would be. One of the Canadians need to let it go, because if you have 2 people, it's just really not the best thing. Let's see. We have now
Italy moving to the Canadian basket.
But that was a
good recovery for
pass.
Canada. Hamilton trying to move forward for the Canadians, dropping the ball down here.
Pepe there
Shalina Saga trying to recover, but Federica Ferruzzi on the move here for the Italian team. Great game, Valentina Ancini trying to move in, and a good passing opportunity, but she can't get loose of the ball here in time. Ball checking now in place, and but again, the ball dangerously moved to the other side. She might have even done the pass for the Italians here. Another basket empty for a moment. Goalkeeper back in place.
I think they changed some of the people that were outside. Valentina Nicotera was already in. I don't remember. I thought maybe she entered, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Recovered by Canada. Isabella Bernard trying to move forward. Now number 3 for the Italians, Irene Vincenzo. Moving on to the Canadian basket. The defender not really seeing where she's coming from.
Great move from her. And it's also
there
very
is the second score
and
here
experienced.
of the game.
very, very good. Also one of the players that have been playing since long, maybe 10 years already.
Goal, blue team,
Irene Vincenzo.
Irene Vincenzo. Very, very good. Then that's exactly, this is the kind of game I was expecting more from the Italian team. So 2-0, 13 minutes left. That took them just 2 minutes to score, no? I mean, it took much, much longer to score that first goal, and it stayed like that the whole first half. So let's see.
Now, having scored
twice.
twice.
Okay, that's a pity. The Canadian girl just slipped from her hands the ball, and now we have 3 of the Italian team coming towards the goalie, passing down. That was the passes need to be more precise. They kind of flowed instead of really have a direction.
Trying to get underneath of the defender.
Wow, great recovery. Number 5, the strong player, Isabella Bernard.
Quick hit on the Baldo. Now, Canada trying to move outwards.
They need to move with the ball. I mean, I know they might be exhausted, these girls. But if they say they're an easy prey, the Italians are strong. So they need to keep the ball down and pass it.
Canada really trying to get the ball moving forward.
Melanie McDonald swimming, passing it. And number 15 also, Elizabeth, we see them a lot bringing the game forward. Now, Kalindi Fonda recovered the ball and is swimming towards the basket and have been stopped a little bit, tackled by the Canadian.
There's a holding call. Now free throw for Canada.
Holding, wide free throw.
Holding. So it's free throw for the Canadian team. They need to turn one chair around. Okay, let's see where we are. The Italians recovering the ball and swimming towards the basket. And it's under the goalie. The goalie turns around. That's the captain. That's Rose Elizabeth Avery, and pushed the attacker away.
Canada keeps going, moving. Hannah Hermanson yet again trying to escape their own half. A free throw for the Canadians.
Wide free throw. Attacking the equipment. Wide free throw. Attacking the equipment.
So free throw for Canada. Apparently one of the Italian girls attacked the equipment. Canadians
still motivated.
Singing, still motivated.
Chanting outside for the
That's
team.
help, you know, when you are tired and it's really, it's nice having so many viewers here in the swimming hole. So we are in the third phase and something happened.
Free call, maybe 2-meter infraction.
You have to show the ball
first. Yep.
Water out of the surface, wide free throw.
Okay. So the ball, I didn't
was
see.
Another call. I just thought he was signaling.
Well, I'm not. You know, we're not watching all the time here in front of us. We're just watching the screen. All right. Oh, great pass. I mean, second pass or third, and they're now approaching the Italian basket. And it's 2 Canadians, 3 Italians, and let's see if Canada can get some pressure. Now it's 1 against 2. No, that's Fefe. That's an experienced defender. I mean, she has been playing defense since always, and she's very good at that.
You shall not
very
lose
strong
on defense against Fefe if you're Canada.
That's yeah. Number 8 is now coming towards the Canadian basket. The defender is in position. The goalie is in position. Let's see. And now we are above and trying to come down again. The Italian players are passing the ball, but they're diving up instead of diving down. And of course, the Canadians took the advantage of that and recovered the ball, but lost it again. This is fighting in the surface.
Now Italy moving with 3 players being on its back of
pushing
goalkeeper.
the goalie up and score. And that was also like from the book. Great job.
Well done here.
Kalindi Fonda.
Team number 71.
Great job. So 3-0 for Italy, and that was the game I was expecting from the beginning. So now it looks Italy is a little bit more awake, a little bit more focused, a little bit more concentrate, and having a little bit more coordinated attacks. Every time that they have a more coordinated attack, they score. So, you know.
Canada doing well here, defending against the Italians, moving the ball forward.
They're really good. I mean, it's not an easy game for Italy. I'm really surprised by the strength.
I'm sorry, Buyaka in the chat. Canada here. Only having 10 players is tough throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, they were 11, but for Italians being here 15 players and can exchange and throughout the entire tournament, it's taking a toll on the team.
That really makes a difference.
At the end of the day, the players being here for Canada played 1.5 to 2 more games than the Italians did on average.
Yeah.
So number 7 moving forward for the Italians. Federica Ferruzzi here marching towards the Canadian basket. It's passed downwards to Valentina Ancini.
Great job by the goalies of the Canadian team. I mean, there are 3. There are 3. They keep rotating, doing the good job. Every time they go to score, it was like the defender didn't manage to defend the bottom of the basket, but the goalies try to stay put and rotate. And I'm really impressed because again, it's a second game.
The fighting spirit
it's a
of
long
Canada
day
is
for them.
amazing.
What?
The fighting spirit of Canada is amazing.
Yeah.
And they always try to move forward, as you can see here. I think the objective for them is just score once if it's possible.
Yes, I mean, you know, they're going to do the best out of this game. They keep defending and bringing the ball. It's not they are, you know, grabbing the ball and just holding to it, not to risk another goal. No, they are really continue playing, attacking, bringing the ball towards the Italian basket.
And their defense is mostly in position here, even though they only have so few players playing. Now a good push onto the Canadian goal.
Wow, great
well
job.
Executed here, number 6.
This Virginia Pozzolo. And that was also a good, you see, the defender didn't know where the ball was, and that was a bit with the head. That's, I mean, it's effective, but then eventually you can hurt yourself. So it's better to be able to put the shoulder on the back. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, I've done many times goals like that. Yeah, it works.
Oh, the timeout by the Canadians.
Yeah, they're sitting there, they're just resting. I don't see the trainer giving much. I mean, okay, it's stealing now 5 things. Are there now 3? No, 3. 6, 7 in the water.
4 in the water.
Yeah.
3
7.
Just sitting and resting.
And let's see, Andrea. Okay. No, this one of the Italian players said, it's just 7 minutes. We have only 7 minutes to go. So that's also the spirit. Sometimes I you know, with the girls, when we have a tough game or a tire, then I go like, look, girls, it's just 7 minutes to go. We are how many? 12, and then every half like a part. So it's like 3 minutes and a half each one. And then underwater, it's 1 minute 50. When you break it down like that, it's like more doable. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I don't know, it's just a mental tactic, you know, but it helps. It helps
playing
me
in
sometimes.
the water is just basically 10 minutes water time.
Yeah,
underwater
exactly.
Playing.
All right, so
6.5 minutes to go. Canada
And
trying
there
to move
it's
forward.
coming. Oh, great fishing.
Ball taken away. Falling down and being recovered again by the Canadians. Well on number 12. Melanie McDonald.
Canada is coming. Let's see if they can, attack. They're having trouble to get to the goal of the Italian women. Okay, here come two against the goalie. And
pushing the goalkeeper
yes,
up,
I mean this is a fight, and we have the
here.
49 right there in between.
Stole the basket away.
Basket. I don't know how long she's going to be able to hold because now the Italians are keeping the ball. Okay, but great dangerous attack, very well.
Ball back into the possession of the Canadians
okay.
Here. But the ball dropping down now. Federica Ferruzzi with the cleanup for the cleanup.
This is Fefe that recovered the ball.
Emma Green.
Referee is a little bit in the way, and
moving forward now. Valentina Nicodera. Quick pass forward, but she keeps going here onto the Canadian basket. Quick pass downwards. Nope. Pass backwards.
Yeah. Let's see. They're waiting.
They're waiting underneath the scrum.
Okay. Federica Ferruzzi got the ball. It's diving in. Let's see. Number 10, Valentina Nicini, the captain.
The defender not properly placed, but attacker here working on.
We have all of the girls, and now from the bottom she's trying to look and push herself, but defender is from the. And the Italian girl is holding the ball down. Wow, great fight, very very good. Federica, it was Federica Ferruzzi. Fefe, no. 71, sorry. Kalindi Fonda.
Number 71.
Great job. She really continued and pushed, and it was being pulled away by the Canadian player, and she still continued. It was a very difficult angle to continue pushing, and she eventually, I think that the goalie was also,
just a bit of breath there.
Yep.
Just trying to twist a bit.
5-0 for Italy. And there we go. Canada started quick and is coming with everything they have, faster, and she's missing a. That's a pity because she did a good job, but there was no one to pass
so
it.
Hard to go forward. No, Elizabeth Triard.
The Italians can be very funny when they talk. I love, their humor.
Yet again, trying to go, always going against Federica Ferruzzi. The Canadians want to do it the hard way. The ball dropping down. Where's the defender looking at?
Being picked up here yet again by Canada.
3 minutes, 52 seconds to go. And Canada making an attempt to attack the Italian basket. Coming over the close corner. Trying to pass the legs of the defender and trying to pass but losing the ball there. So now we have two Italian girls, two Canadians trying to recover the ball. Italy recover and is trying to see how to find the next station. There we go. The next player got the ball. I think this is Valentina. Yeah. And now they're continuing in a counter-attack. Number 4, Nicole Bellusio. And number 11, Claudia Ricci is coming. Having the pass, double passes, and still underwater. We have the defender of the Canadians right there in position. So passing farther and coming and trying to push the goalie away. Valentina Nicotera is trying to push the goalie. And eventually number 12, great job. This girl, Melanie McDonald, has been really doing a lot.
The entire Canadian squad here working extremely hard.
Yeah.
Being so ferocious, just going for the ball over and over again. Trying to get the ball away.
Called by the referee.
The referee called here. And only 5-0 here, 2.5 minutes to go in the second half.
Second match for Canada.
Squadra Azzurro, Italians.
Wide free throw, choking. Wide free throw.
Okay, apparently choking by one of the Italian players. 2 minutes and a half. all the Canadians. And one trying to come past the defender over the close side. And now the goal!
Oh!
Goal from
The
Canada!
score for Canada!
Fantastic! It was such an easy, perfect.
It was
These girls
just
are
swinging in,
dancing
the
and
defender
jumping.
not looking up.
Really, I mean, the goalie was like kind of relaxed. He didn't expect it, and that was really a
All
fun.
my
coming
team,
in.
number
Oh my
32.
God. The
Good
score
job.
for Canada.
Was number 12?
Yeah.
Number
They
12
just
was.
wanted to score.
Yes.
That's just the
Was
only
that
objective
Lisa?
they had. They were moving forward every time they got the ball.
They're dancing
Look at
there, and of course, okay, Italy is winning this game anyhow. But I would, if I would be Italy, I would be so mad at myself because this is just a
Timeout,
silly
blue
mistake.
team.
Timeout for Italy
Timeout,
now.
blue team.
Time out, Italy. I'm just putting the microphone so you can hear the atmosphere here cooking. These girls are so happy. They were,
The Canadians.
they have fight so hard. It's the second match. I'm happy for them too.
You know what the next objective of the Canadian is?
What?
Scoring twice.
Let's see. I don't know. It's not a lot of time there.
2.5 minutes to go here in the second
No,
half.
a bit less. It's like
Yeah.
1 minute and something,
No,
I think.
it's 2 minutes and 11 seconds or something.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty sure. Want to bet? Quickly.
You still owe me an ice cream.
Yeah.
Teams get ready.
2:18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually an Italian ice cream store. You're going to get this one.
Okay, let's see. Italy is a little bit in shock, but still the dominant team of the match. But you know, this shows that you can never kind of relax for a second because, you know.
You cannot rule out any team here at the World Championship. And you see those Canadians fighting.
They have got energized,
Yeah.
you know. They're like, they have a lot of adrenaline now, and let's see if they can put it into the game.
Yeah. Not me, but
Italy is
the
going to
fighting
win the
spirit
game.
of
You
the
cannot
Canadians.
revert. Yes. They have
amazing.
also like some.
again going for the Italian basket here. 2-on-1 situation, but cannot move in properly. Now, scored once, they can do it twice. That's what they're going for. Ball dropping down. Picked up by the defender. Going for the counter-attack here.
Wow, that's come from
you
the
can see the
blind
Canadian
side and
attackers
recovered number
going
15.
really hard on
Elisabeth Girard.
Chad said it. Lizzie going strong here. We want another one. Yeah, that's right. 1 minute to go in the second half. Canada versus Italy.
Italy is winning this game 5-1, but Canada is not letting it go. Every centimeter they are fighting. These girls have played another game earlier today and still now in the mood of scoring. And there they come, another counter attack. 40 seconds.
Oh, the ball pass a bit too sloppy.
Fefe there. This is not going to happen. I'm going to score before they score. And she's fighting against the defender. Yep. Oh, there was, okay, for a minute there I thought it was a bit of a difficult change.
Italian coach here, chanting forward, shouting at the players, trying to give him instructions. Missing monkey fact, you can't hear him on the
Wide free throw, taking the head.
Now 15 seconds to go.
15
Wide free
seconds.
throw here for the Canadians.
I've scored 8 seconds before the
Six
finish.
players forward for the Canadians.
Come on, girls.
We'll see
Everybody.
if they are able to score again.
Okay.
Now the ball line from
Let's
basket.
see. Let's see. I think the Italians are going to go put every player in the water they have.
Canada, I think they just want to score once more. They will.
Yeah.
If I was Canada,
just
put
for the
6
fun
players
of
up
it.
front, move them all to the
Everybody's
basket.
going. Everybody should be going.
Everybody should be going
Number
down.
3. No, who is the one there in the
Why is
middle?
there a goalkeeper back?
I don't know. You
don't need
go
a
with
goalkeeper.
everybody. Go. You have
Go
to
forward.
go. Go forward, number 7.
He tried to move on. There, the game's
Okay.
over. 5-1 here.
5-1. Fantastic
The
game.
victory for the Italians.
Yeah,
That
they were
Canadian fighting spirit. Not.
Anyone, you want to go and do an interview to the Canadians?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Blue free throw,
I'll do it.
holding. Blue free throw.
No,
holding.
there's still 1 second. There's
1
still 1
second.
second to go.
Sorry.
Oh. The blue free throw execution and end of the game. Oh, Canada.
Magnificent game from the
Wow.
Canadian girls. Really well played. Second game of the day for these girls. They are playing with 10 and really fight spirit there. Thomas is going to look from one of the girls and talk to them. I mean, it has been a tough day for them, a long day, but they really have done very, very well. And the Italians, made it a little bit difficult for themselves at the beginning, and eventually they recover, showing they were the favorite, the stronger team. 5-1. I think no one of us counted it that maybe Canada would be able to score, because they were really having trouble to get to the goal of Italy. But eventually it was a minute there. The Italians were a bit distracted and they scored. So really congratulations to Canada for a very, very good match. Also to Italy. Tomorrow we start at 8 o'clock. The first game being, let me see, I'll let you know in a second. I need to open the schedule. So we have, tomorrow is Thursday, and we have continuing for the group playing between the for the 9 to the 14 place is the U.S. women against Denmark women, and that's at 8 o'clock. At 9 is Great Britain and Slovakia by the men. They're playing for the places 13 to 16. Then we have the women, Turkey and Sweden, and so forth and so on. And then we have some semi-finals later in the day. So check the schedule. Be ready. Thanks for being there in the chat, giving your feedback, interacting with us, being there for the girls and the boys playing this tournament. And I see Thomas coming, so I'm trying to say goodbye. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day, a good afternoon, a great night. Good night if you are going to sleep.
Interview screen, bitte.
Doesn't matter in the world where you are. Thank you for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I'm standing here with number 2 from the Canadians. The first ever goal scored here for Canada in the history of female Canadian underwater rugby. Big excitement.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I think the girls too. I think this score is not me, it's the teamwork. We never give up and we play hard.
You can see the fighting spirit. You only have 10 players now left here. 1 player injured. You came here with 11 players in general, and you keep on fighting throughout the entirety of every game and make it so difficult for all your opponents. So great effort there, and once again I say congratulations to you all for this championship. Super happy for you all. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your tournament.
Yeah, thank you. I like to say thank you for all the girls. They accepted the challenge and we did it so well. I am really proud of all.
Congratulations.